Have you seen any good words lately? These are a few of our favorite words we use to describe ourselves. These words move us to focus on another set of words. Seventh-day Adventist. For those of us who know the name, we've come to love it dearly. But for you who are new to the name Seventh-day Adventist, we'll simplify. First and foremost, we are Christians. That means we believe the gospel. Do you know what gospel means? It means good news. The good news of knowing Jesus, who came and lived among us, died and was resurrected, and who ascended to heaven and said he will return again. We believe that we are forgiven. If you meet one of us, you should encounter from us the same attitude we encounter from our God. We call it grace. We also believe in the Bible as God's inspired revelation about a plan for our world. In the Bible, the world's most profound principles are found. Principles that inspire love, forgiveness, loyalty, honesty, and just about any other good thing, any value you can imagine. When you read the Bible, you learn a lot of interesting qualities about God. That's where the seventh-day part of our name comes in. Seventh, seventh day, Saturday, the Sabbath. God, on that day, recognizes the value of rest and reflection. And so do we. And the other part of our name, Adventist. We believe the same Jesus that came to earth the first time will come again to this old planet. To us, that means the hope we have today will be completed when he returns. And for us, that means in a not-so-distant future. But as long as we're still here, human dignity is important to Seventh-day Adventists. That's why we stand up for religious freedom and all human rights. Seventh-day Adventists. On any given Sabbath in over 200 countries, you'll find us singing, praying, giving, talking about God's promises. On Sabbath afternoon, you'll find us enjoying a good meal, doing something for our community, enjoying the outdoors, or just taking a much-needed nap. On any other day of the week, you might run into us at work. Many Adventists follow in the steps of Jesus' healing, caring ministry. Some work in any one of hundreds of Seventh-day Adventist medical centers, hospitals, and clinics around the world. They are doctors, nurses, dentists. Others can be seen when disaster strikes, or digging wells, sharing food. Or you might find an Adventist teaching, or operating one of hundreds of schools, colleges, and universities worldwide. You might encounter a Seventh-day Adventist mechanic, the conductor of a world-famous orchestra, or someone selling pastries on a street corner. Don't be surprised if the person you meet wants to share their faith. You may be invited to a simple Bible study or a sophisticated multimedia event. And be prepared. Some of your new Adventist friends will speak Spanish, others Chinese. Some like to worship with brisk singing and loud amens. Others prefer quiet reflection. What's important to those of us who carry this name, Seventh-day Adventist, is that your encounter with us be out of the ordinary. You'll meet people who have healthy and unhealthy relationships, but more often than not seek reconciliation and wholeness. You'll meet people who experience joy and suffer pain, but through it all have a certainty in their eye that a higher power is in charge. We want you to have an out-of-the-ordinary encounter with us that will help you feel what we feel from the God who has reached out to us, a sense of worth, of being cared for, of being embraced, just as we are. We want you to have an out-of-the-ordinary encounter with people who take seriously what it means to be called a Christian, what it means to love mercy, to do justly, and to walk humbly with God. If you encounter one of us, a Seventh-day Adventist, if we should reach out a hand and say hello, or to help in any way. We want our hands to be hands of hope. Hope that the good things of God, the ideals of the Bible's promises are real. They can be touched. They can be experienced. We are experiencing them, and perhaps, if you're adventurous enough, you can experience them too. Heard any good words lately? From your friends, the Seventh-day Adventists. We wish you words of hope.